What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another highly combustible reaction. We are jumping in the next one on our AG Boost journey. Listen, we've had all kinds of requests for Surströmming videos, but I have seen a lot of them. Definitely something I would like to try, but I want to do it like, I want to make sure that I'm doing it the right way, not just, oh, let me open this can, puke, and walk away. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's got to be more to it. Let's jump in, check it out together, see what we got. It could get real gaggy, so if you're a person that can't watch other people gag, my God, some of those videos make you smell it yourself. Let's see what she did with it. Get over so itchy boots, all the love of the world. I definitely appreciate the request. Shout out to Jan for the request. Let's go.
Oh, that's really, really bad.
She's already kind of a champ just from the clip. She's not gagging and running all around talking about. Maybe people are overdoing it. Maybe not. Wild woman.
Good morning, internet. It is 5 to 8 in the morning and welcome back to the channel. I am in Stockholm, Sweden, and I'm leaving the city now. Ronin got a service yesterday, so she got an oil change of oil filter. They changed the air filter. What else? That was it. I think they did some small checks, adjusted the light a little bit, looped the chain, that sort of thing. But the main thing was the oil change. So Ronin is all ready for more kilometers. So I'm leaving Stockholm today and I'm riding kind of northwest. And I'm planning to ride a little over 300 kilometers today with a stop in Uppsala. And Uppsala is about 70 kilometers north of Stockholm. It has a fascinating history. I believe now it's quite a modern university town. But there's a lot of history there, so I want to make a stop there and then ride some nice back roads, and then tonight I want to go camping. So that's roughly the plan. It is super quiet on the streets here in Stockholm. Everybody is still sleeping.
First of all, listen, I love to be able to live vicariously through her. She's out there doing her damn thing and seeing the world in a way that a lot of people will never ever get to see the world. I don't know. It takes some damn courage. It takes some guts to go across, especially some of the places that she goes across where, hey, it's just not safe. But she's out there, full charging on, full speed ahead. I freaking, like, it's amazing. I know this video is slightly older. We went back in her little repertoire. But if you haven't checked out her other videos where she's just, like, touring around, like, you don't know what you're waiting for. You want to see the world in a beautiful light? She knows how to do it.
Which is very nice. I can make a easy exit out of the city. There's a museum there, but I see that only opens at 11, so a bit too early for that. But let's have a look around here. So where I am now, Uppsala, has been a very important religious and economic site already since the 3rd century. And it was known as the residence of the famous Swedish kings from the Yngling dynasty. And later, in the Middle Ages, I believe, it became a pagan site. And there was a temple here for the gods Odin, Thor, and one more, and Freyr. And according to legend, in the Viking era, people from all over Scandinavia would flock to this temple every 9 years to pay sacrifice to the Nordic gods. And here on my right, you have what they call the royal mounds. And according to folklore and ancient mythology, these mounts actually belong to those gods that I mentioned before, Odin, Freyr and Thor. But others believe that these mounds actually contain the remains of 3 kings of that Yngling dynasty, the first known Scandinavian dynasty. And their names were Aun, Egil and Adils. And because those were kings, these mounts are now known as the Royal Mount.
We just got a whole history lesson.
So it's a shame that I cannot go to the museum, but alright, it was still a nice visit. I just really like places like this, that if you would come here without knowing anything about the place, you wouldn't even, I don't know, blink an eye. You just see 3 hills, you'd be like, yeah, okay, whatever. And it only really starts to speak to you when you know the history, and you can imagine that already in the 3rd century there were people here and kings were living in this area from the earliest Scandinavian dynasty. I don't know, I just find it really fascinating. Anyway, let's hit the road. I'm planning to ride some nice back roads, hopefully, to a big lake called Lake Simlan. So that's the goal. We're gonna go there. So let's go. So these are traffic cameras, these ones. They're everywhere here, so I have to be a bit careful not to drive too fast.
You definitely have some traffic cameras.
Photographing from
they
the
don't look
front,
like that though.
And obviously I don't have a license plate there. But sometimes, usually in a couple 100 meters, it's one on the other side. And within Europe they have all these agreements nowadays, so I think if I would speed in Sweden, I will get the fine sent to the Netherlands. See, this is the one the other way, so now it's photographing the backside, see? 80.
This whole thing is absolutely stunning. You made me forget that we're even here to watch her eat Surströmming. Like, look at it. Everything's so green and lush. And there's actually blue sky between the clouds here. The entire sky is grayed out. Like, it's just gross. Even on hot days, there's still just a gray wisp.
I've been following this river for a while now. Oh, and it's so lovely around here. I love all the red Swedish houses. And then there's some forest and some agriculture. It's just really lovely. No traffic whatsoever. Just Swedish countryside. Barns everywhere. Somewhere in that area is supposed to be a place where I can camp. Right over there. Maybe I'll just pitch the tent here. That's even better. Okay, tent is up. Let's park rolling a little bit closer to the tent. Like my own little peninsula.
Such a picturesque campsite.
How
I love to camp, but I ain't never been anywhere quite like that.
about that? So I'm all settled and I created a little food station from wood that was laying around. People have been making some fire here. And today is the day that I am going to open a can of Surströmming. And this is one of the smelliest foods in the world. So I thought this would be a good moment to do it because I'm completely by myself. It's even illegal, I believe, or at least not allowed to open a can of these in public places because the smell is just horrific, apparently. But we're gonna find out. I'm going to open it underwater. The Swedish people say that that helps with the smell. So I'm going to do that.
That's kind of genius. So a little water filter going on when you open it. That's something I haven't seen anybody else do.
I am carrying around one of these. I use this to do the dishes when I'm camping. So I can just fill it with water here from the lake and then I'm going to open the can underwater. But before I do so, I will tell you a little bit more about this Surströmming. So it's a tradition here in Sweden, and what's inside is Baltic herring, which is a herring species a little bit smaller than the Atlantic herring, and they catch these fish around April-May, just before spawning. And then they put just enough salt with it so it doesn't rot, but instead it starts fermenting. And a long time ago, in the 1940s, some producers of Surströmming, they managed to get a decree out that it needs at least 6 months of fermenting, because that's when the real taste comes out. And I believe that rule is not really there anymore, but now traditionally the third Thursday in August they start selling them from that year. So I'm in the right season here in Sweden. So I bought this one yesterday in Stockholm, and the man who was running the fish shop, he was super nice. He explained me a lot about it, and he also gave me...
He actually did some damn research. See, that's what I'm saying. That's how, like, if you're gonna try something, figure out the right way to do it. Ask somebody that does it all the time, that thinks it's delicious. Like, there's gotta be, it's not gotta be more than just opening the can and gagging until your food is made. Like, okay, I'm glad. Listen, we're learning some things in this one. It's not just gonna be a gag fest.
Some potatoes and some red onion. And then I bought this in the supermarket, flatbread. And so it's supposed to go on that. So I'm going to try to do this Swedish tradition honor and prepare this Surströmming so it goes on the bread. Oh yeah, and then he also gave me butter. And I still have this skallis from that ferry from Gotland. So this is that caviar mayonnaise type thing, also typical Swedish. So I'm also gonna stick that on it.
Caviar mayonnaise.
The problem is that I brought a can opener from the Netherlands. I didn't use it at all, and today I want to use it and I cannot for the life of me find it. So I have to open the can with a knife. Not ideal. And one more important thing is that you can see that it's slightly bulging, and they say that the more the can bulges, the further the fermenting process has been and the worse the smell. Yeah, it's been a really long tradition in Sweden. They say that they started fermenting herring in the 16th century because Sweden had a war and there was a shortage of salt. So they didn't have enough salt to put with the fish, and then yeah, the herring started fermenting, and well, now people in Sweden still eat it. I think we'll have to wait with the opening of the can until the rain is gone. Yeah, every now and then there's a few drops. Now it's raining a little bit more, but I'm sure if this cloud passes it will be dry again. All right, there we go. So put the can.
The
in the
water thing is so
Oh, I have
smart,
to-
except for it's still gonna bubble out of there. But you're gonna keep yourself from spraying it all over the place.
Hold it. How am I going to do this? Hold it with one hand. Stick the knife in. Okay, moment of truth. Okay, okay. There's some air coming out.
That's a lot of
I
bubbles.
don't smell anything. This is good. Oh God. Oh, there's the smell. Oh, that's really bad. Oh. 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 That's really, really bad.
She's a champ, boy. She's a trooper.
That's really bad. Really, really bad. So suddenly, don't ask me why, it is full of flies here. Some Swedish people told me not to open the can in an area where there's bears, because there's brown bears in Sweden. And well, there's no bears here, I think. But I didn't.
You imagine you opening the worst can of fish you've ever smelled, and now you gotta deal with a bear.
Think of the flies, to be honest. Oh man, the smell is just so bad. Okay, we have to soldier on. I'm going to prepare the flatbread now.
I don't know how she's doing it. I've seen so many people damn near fall out, stroke out because they can't breathe because they're gagging so much. She's just
But
forward.
actually, there's one more step, because the fish, the herring, it's not fillet, so it's just the whole fish. They chuck it in the can and then let it ferment. So I actually have to clean out the fish, or at least not eat the belly. So I kind of have to dissect the whole thing as well before I can eat it. Indulging in culture, that's what it's all about, right? It's just, it's not human anymore. This smell is just so strong. Unbelievable. Okay, so I'll show you. There's the fish.
Okay.
Ooh, see, it's in their hole. There's the fish. This is unreal, really. Number 2. There we got number 3.
Almost got
and
it.
You can see it. See this gooey stuff? This is so gross. Oh my God. What am I doing? Okay, it's out. This is number 3. I'm going to cut it. Onions. Well, welcome to Sweden. It's super acidic. What can I say? The taste is, to be honest, I prefer the normal herring for this. But now the taste is definitely a lot better than the smell. But yeah, very.
She might be one of the only people I've seen go back for seconds and thirds. Like, see what happens when you do it the right way. You see people open these cans and just like bite into them. It's like, I can see after it having been cleaned, having a completely different taste and smell. That makes sense.
Very acidic.
Look, there's bite 3. She's cool with it.
So, well, my first Surströmming experience. It's well, I guess you have to try for yourself when you come to Sweden. Alright, as promised, I was going to show you where I went today. So I left from Stockholm this morning, and then I rode to Uppsala, which was here, and now I rode a little bit west towards the border with Norway, which is over here. And I was planning to reach Lake Siljan, but I stopped just a little bit before, so I just didn't reach the lake here. And so I'm sitting in my tent again, because as you can probably hear, it is raining again. Anyway, the reason that I am riding a little bit towards the border with Norway is that in the next video I'm going to ride a little bit of the Swedish TET, the Trans-Euro Trail. I want to do some off-road, ride some gravel roads in the forest, maybe some single trail even, I don't know. So I'm really looking forward to that. And the Swedish TET is about 2,000 kilometers. I think all the way from the south to pretty much all the way to the north of Sweden. So it's really long, and I'm just gonna catch a little bit of it. So that will be in the next video. So that was it for today. I really hope you liked this video. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe down below. And then I'll see you in the next video.
Oh man. Absolutely a fantastic video. It wasn't just a bunch of gagging. Maybe there is hope for Surströmming after all. I knew it had to be more, not just people eat it straight from the can like that. I mean, maybe some people do. I don't know. But this seems like a much more tolerable way of doing it. The water filtering of the can was very, very smart. Good Lord, you don't want none of that. You see how many bubbles came out of there? I'm assuming. Stab it with a knife, it's going to spray everywhere. Get over to Show Itchy Boots all the love in the world. If you haven't done so already, go check out all of the rest of the adventure videos. She has taken some damn adventures. Smash the like button if you liked it. The dislike button, but I won't believe you. Tell the next one of my Combustible. You guys be happy, healthy, safe. I love you to the moon and back. Peace.